What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling World. 2019 has been quite the revival year for Bray Wyatt and his WWE career. After being rebranded as Bray Wyatt, he had a real hot start to his NXT career and his main roster career. Bray was even feuding John Cena back in 2014. Bray even captured the WWE Championship for a short amount of time, but everything quickly collapsed for him after the title loss. Bray was then taken off TV, and news started to go around that he was once again being repackaged with a new character. It was also reported that Bray himself was making the process longer than it had to be, because he didn't want to let go of the original Bray Wyatt character. He came up with the original character himself and was really attached to it. But thankfully, he did agree to give up on it, and that brought us to the Firefly House. The old Bray Wyatt character is still technically around, but he is now a passive character that no longer wrestles. He just stays in the Firefly Funhouse as the Fiend and takes care of all the in-ring work. The Fiend Bray Wyatt quickly got off to a fast start and became an instant hit with fans. Even though he is a heel, older fans and younger fans seem to be loving The Fiend right now, and all of Bray Wyatt's merchandise is flying off the shelves. He's only had a handful of TV matches as The Fiend and is already the Universal Champion. The Fiend is a unique character and is completely different from anything we've seen so far. The Fiend often no-sells finishers, always kicks out a 1, and wrestles with a red light to further the idea of him being really special. But how is he supposed to lose a match, and how will WWE handle that? Apparently, The Fiend's first loss is something that's actively being talked about among WWE at the moment. Rumor is that Bray Wyatt's undefeated streak could extend all the way to WrestleMania, and he could very well even headline WrestleMania as well. But WrestleMania is reportedly one of the discussed locations for the streak to end. At the moment, there is 3 possibilities of who will pin The Fiend. These 3 include a major returning superstar, Brock Lesnar, or Roman Reigns. So what people are calling the dream match seems to be Brock Lesnar versus The Fiend. We've seen Brock Lesnar win the WWE title in 5 seconds and just completely dominate anyone he steps in the ring with, while Bray Wyatt seems to do the exact same thing. So if these 2 superstars are on a collision course to meet each other at WrestleMania, it would be a quite interesting matchup. But the problem is Brock Lesnar actually pinning Bray Wyatt. Brock Lesnar is beyond well established as one of WWE's biggest attractions of all time. So picking up this win doesn't really do anything for him. He doesn't really need it, so to speak. Same sort of thing goes for Roman Reigns. Roman is the other name that is being rumored to put an end to The Fiend. But going back to the same thing with Brock, Roman doesn't really need a big WrestleMania moment because he's already well established in that department and even has a win over The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And lastly, a major return. If Lesnar or Reigns doesn't work out for that match, it's now being reported that a returning superstar could pick up the win against The Fiend, so they can instantly be re-established as a big deal. The only thing to fear after that is how The Fiend will recover from his first loss. The Fiend was almost destroyed as a character back at Hell in a Cell in 2019. It was a finish that many fans weren't too pleased with, and many thought that The Fiend's character was not going to be able to bounce back after that. It was even reported that Bray absolutely hated the finish for that Hell in a Cell match himself. WWE was able to thankfully correct their mistake, and The Fiend captured the title a few weeks later. So how will The Fiend actually lose his first match? It'll likely take plenty of finishers before he is finally pinned and defeated, but how will he bounce back? Will The Fiend lose his whole aura after the title loss? That's going to be the biggest thing to keep an eye on. Let's hope WWE can continue to keep him special, even after that huge loss possibly at WrestleMania 36. There's a lot of fans and WWE executives that feel like Bray Wyatt doesn't need the title to be a top superstar and attraction. So let's hope that's true when time comes to drop the title. The good thing about The Fiend is that the character actually has an ongoing motive, and that's to get back at everyone who wronged him in the past. That's why Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Daniel Bryan have all been on his list this far, and we're likely to see The Fiend continue to feud with old rivals until he reaches WrestleMania 36, where he will face one of his biggest threats to date. What are your thoughts on the situation? And who do you think's a good fit to end The Fiend's undefeated streak? Sound off about it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.